walking, banana eating, coffee drinking, restaurant building, machine repairing. The one and only Adam
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Morning Banana Show. My name is Adam Josh. This is a banana, the 129th banana. I had to check that because it seems like we've done more morning banana shows, but here we are. We're live. I got the most terriblest live stream going on right here. Washed out Microsoft camera. And I'm not even, you know what, if I can't use another device or until I buy one, this is just the way it is. So I cannot care about what's going on over on the live stream. So the live stream is for people who really want to see what happened in the moment. And if you're interested in that. But I'm not promoting the live stream. The recording, which is on my regular main device over there, will be uploaded to YouTube later. That's what most people will watch, I would say. We're listening to Smoke You Out There by Adam Josh and the .coms, and I'm just going to pause that right now. Real quick, before I even get into the banana, I'm checking the live streams, as I do, over on Ukraine, the Ukraine. And you can't see this on the live stream, but feel free to check out some live streams from the Ukraine on Twitter and see or on YouTube and see for yourself. Clear skies, sunny day, beautiful, looks great. A beautiful day to launder some money. Looks fantastic. Nothing going on over there. As usual, not on these cameras at least. So, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of video productions going on over there, but as far as everything else, looks nice and hunky-dory to me. We're at Morning Banana Show number 128, and I was looking at the news real quick. You know, the news is crazy. Everything is crazy. And, last couple days have been nuts for me. Yesterday I worked a 14-hour day. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. To 14-hour days. We have 2 restaurants in Brantford. And so for me to go up to Brantford is obviously, with the price of gas, I come from Niagara, a little expensive. I gotta bring equipment, supplies, tools. I need one of those Mercedes Sprinter vans, basically, a shop on wheels, because there's nothing that I can bring that I don't need more parts. Bring everything! I joke around about that, but it's the truth. You can't... I mean, going in to fix one thing, like, oh, I'm here to fix your auto scrubber, I'm here to fix your vacuum. I've done that. Going in to fix things that are broken at a restaurant, what winds up happening, and then 2 restaurants, what winds up happening is that our staff, Allah bless them, don't want to admit that something is broken. I mean, it's kind of understandable, then you feel like you're going to get in trouble, right? But we tell people, tell the staff, put it in writing, let us know what's broken, so that when Adam comes, he has a step-by-step list of things that he can get to. But they don't do that. And we've trained and coached, but sometimes I get a list, sometimes I don't, and no matter what, whether there's a list or not, there's always more things when I show up. So I got stuck yesterday on taps, commercial taps for a hand washing sink. I got stuck because I didn't foresee that I would need to get brand new taps for this, so I was making do with the taps that I had and the parts that I had, and of course everything's very specific. I actually brought one of the casings back. Now this may not look like anything special to you. I got my hacksaw out and I cut the top off of a longer casing just so I knew the accurate measurement of the size of casing that I need. That's how over the top I was yesterday. And if you put this like cartridge in a tap, and then you put the threaded part of the actual tap in there, this will just spin around because it has this like ribbed edge that's supposed to catch on the inside. So everything is very specific. This is the right dimension, it's the right height, but no ribbed edge. So I need to go backwards from this one piece so that and get a proper whole tap assembly for hot and cold, so that this is why I brought it back, so that I know this is exactly what it's supposed to be. So that, I don't like doing things twice. I don't like going for parts and then coming back and then having to do it again. That's annoying. What else can I tell you? We had to let somebody go the other day. Very unfortunate. Maybe that person one day watches this video and is like, that arrogant POS. Or maybe that person is like, I respect Adam and I understand what happened. But the bottom line is, despite what this may look like, despite whatever this looks like to you, I'm in a business right now. This is a rust check. This is a rust check shop. I know that sometimes I dress it up like other things, but this is a rust check shop. Now, in that area of my shop, I do repairs for our restaurants, and then I have 2 hoists for rust check. This is not the rust check season. I will freely admit it. And when it is the rust check season, you guys know I'm doing crazy numbers. I go like a madman. The rust check season, I've told you guys before who watched the show, in Niagara, the rust check season of the busy time is September, October, around there, to January. From January back to September, the shop, this rust check shop, is not very busy. So we got into other things years ago. In 2012, my adopted dad, this guy over here, he had the idea to make some restaurants, or start with 1. So here we are, all these years later, 6 restaurants. So despite what any of this looks like, it's a business. And we're friendly people. I'll smile at you. I'll show you the door on your way out. But if you steal from us, that's a line that we can't tolerate, because we've had a roofing company. We've had experience with drug-addicted roofers, alcoholics, people with mental divergence issues. And, we've seen it all from a long, long time ago. So when these young folks think that they're pulling something on us that we have not seen, as they're finding out, we've seen it all before. We have news for you. We're not going to be fooled. So yeah, one of my huge things is theft. I don't like being stolen from. Neither does my dad. So in a business, if we're selling this apple, and we paid for it to buy it, put it in a window to sell it, and you come up and you eat that apple, you may have an excuse one day, like, oh, I was really hungry and I'll pay for it later. But if we see you eating the apple and then eating something else, eating the raisins that we have for sale, eating this, and imagine you have like 10 staff at a restaurant doing the same thing. What are we in business for? So I take some responsibility. So did my dad. We had a meeting and we were like, look, we're taking some responsibility here, that maybe we should have introduced ourselves to the staff beforehand. Now that you've seen, this is us, these are our opinions, these are things we can't tolerate, we're going to act now. So if we see any of these things, we're going to take action. Not surprisingly, we took action. So one thing I can't handle is people stealing. That's one huge thing. And people have excuses. I've heard them all. And at the end of the day, if we're selling a product, it's not free for you. So if you want to come back as a customer and take free samples or whatever, like some industry standards are, then that's one thing. But taking a free hand of just this and this all day, we can't tolerate that. And everybody thinks they're the only person, but they're never the only person. So the hard rule that we have to have is, no free candy. No free ice cream, no free chicken, no free fries. That's my opinion. And sometimes the managers are a little willy-nilly. Sometimes the shift managers are a little different minded than I am. But if you're wondering what the guy who built the place's opinion, the guy who built the restaurants, his opinion, this is my opinion. The only person who should be eating for free is my dad. Even me. And I've said this before in our restaurants, in staff meetings, over the years. Even me, as a vegan, whatever, vegan or not, I don't go into these restaurants. I could drink the Coca-Cola. I could have the fries if I wanted to. I don't go into the restaurants and eat anything. Everybody knows that. You guys watching these videos, you can search it up on Twitter. You guys watching these videos might even know that this is what I eat. I eat vegan, I drink coffee, I drink distilled water. I'm not going into the restaurants to eat the food. And you can say, oh, it's because he's a vegan. There's vegan things that I can eat, believe it or not, at the restaurants. But it's not a point about being vegan. It's a point that I don't want to take things for free from that guy's pocket. Because they're not free. And I learned this because of the oil business that we had. We have a rust check shop, as you know. He also had a tire changing shop and oil change shop. So the oil changing business, people would do this. Back in the 90s, early 2000s. Seen it for years, almost decades. People come in, I need an oil change. Well, I know the owner, so how about a $10 oil change? And back in the 90s and early 2000s, people legitimately were trying to get oil changes from us for $20, $10, $15, sometimes for free. And my dad's a soft-hearted guy, so I think he occasionally would do something like that for people who were hard up. But eventually it got to the point where he realized the same thing that I'm talking about now, that, okay, we've let a lot go, but enough is enough. Because the oil isn't free, especially in this economy in 2022. People understand that oil isn't free. The price has gone way up. I increased my prices for Rust Check even because it's a petroleum. At the end of the day, it's an oil product, right? So prices have gone up. And so as an owner, you're buying all this stuff, right? And then you're waiting to make some profit. You can't make any profit when you're handing away oil for free because it's not free. Somebody had to buy it in a business atmosphere. Maybe if we were Saudi royalty, we just dug up a well in the backyard. But we're sitting in Canada. Let's not fool ourselves here and look for the one examples where it might not be the case. The reality here is that we're buying the oil, and they buy it by the liter. They come and fill it up in giant tanks, and they pay a certain price per liter. So there's, including labor, lights, overhead, all that stuff, and you have to take into consideration that when you're trying to give away something for $10 or $20 in the oil business, you're not making any money. You're not even breaking even. You're basically paying so that your friends can have an oil change, which is not fair to anybody. So if you put it like that to your friends and said, hey, do you want to steal from me? Is this what's going on? Is this your friendship? Friendship is you come and support my business. Friendship is you pay full price and tip our staff. That's friendship. Friendship isn't you come to my business and I pay for your stuff. That's you stealing from me. That's you taking things from me. That's me being such a generous friend to you. But if you want to come to my business and support our business, then full support wouldn't be stealing. Full support would be giving the money for the thing that I'm selling at the business. Don't you understand that? Look at it from the owner's perspective or management's perspective. We're selling apples. You say, I'm turning up to support you. Okay, cool. Well, want to buy an apple? Oh, no, I want you to give it to me for free. Okay, the thing is, this is my business. This isn't a charity. Now, we like charities, don't get me wrong. On the subject of charity, this is a whole different subject, okay? We've closed the topic about business and now we're on to charity. Charity is a whole other subject. We support charities, I support charities, my dad supports charities. We give a lot of money to charities from our business accounts and from our personal accounts. I'm not going to speak on behalf of what my dad does. some of you guys know I support some charities, vegan charities, U.S. veteran charities. For different reasons, I'm a weird guy. I have my own interests. Charities are another thing. And we try not to blur the lines. And I don't want my staff, and my dad doesn't want our staff to blur the lines. But like, you don't get to dictate when we give the charity. We give the charity. So you coming up and being like, oh, this is a charity. No, it's not a charity. This is a business. You pay for the thing. So anyway, the hard and fast rule, and the rule from now on going forward at our restaurants is no staff takes anything for free. If you want to come as a customer and get a free sample at the restaurants, that's one thing. But if you're working there, no free rides, no free candy. Everybody pays full price. And that's the way it is. Some of our managers think, oh, well, do you want them to go eat somewhere else? You're asking the wrong guy. I'm a vegan. I don't even eat there. It's a business. Come on. When we got into the restaurant industry, it was because we realized that, okay, we have some seasonal businesses and we want to have a business that makes money every day. Everybody knows the number one way to lose money in the restaurant industry is your employees taking the food. That's like a well-known thing because everybody thinks they're the only ones doing it. So you have 20 or 30 staff eating meals every day, 30 meals a day. It's a lot of money every day, 7 days a week. We have a 7-day-a-week restaurant. So you have to eventually take a stand on this thing. And my whole opinion is I'm leading the way as a vegan, whatever, vegan or not vegan. I'm not eating the food. And I've never eaten a piece of chicken from the restaurants. And every time I've ever been to the ice cream restaurant, I've paid full price. Everybody knows that. I'm putting money back into my dad's pocket so that he can order the stuff because I know it's not free. If my dad wants to give me ice cream, which he has once, there's once here in the photo that he bought me some ice cream. If he wants to, my dad can buy me ice cream. There's nobody stopping. He knows I'm a vegan. He knows the vegan flavors. He can be like, today I'm going to buy Adam ice cream. And he's done it twice. Not a big deal. And I take it. Thank you so much. I love you. So that's his charity. That's his giving to me. But it's like me going into his pocket and shaking him down for ice cream is theft, basically. And you can steal from your parents. You can steal from your dad. You can steal from your employer. And your employer can turn a blind eye. But eventually, we got people on camera. We got people dead to rights. Don't get me wrong. We have cameras everywhere, and nobody has a leg to stand on. Unfortunately, we had to call the police on one particular person. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know about the fast food industry. But yeah, number one place that you're going to lose money in the fast food industry is unfortunately, from the staff that are working at your restaurant. Because the shift managers will think, I'm the only one who gets free food, it's okay. Sometimes you'll find cash missing from your cash drawers. Again, sometimes the shift manager, or cashiers think they're pulling a fast one on you. This type of thing. And if you have 20 staff between morning shift and night shift and they all think they can eat free meals, this is where number one loss is. So my advice to you is try to explain what I'm trying to explain to people, that this is a business. If we wanted to open a charity, we would do that. And yes, it's the hospitality industry. Yes, it's service industry. Yes, in some cases, the food is delicious. I'm a vegan, speaking about our restaurants, right? So, sure, I don't know about all the food because I haven't tried it. But this is a business, okay? Just because, we have a business doesn't mean that I'm going to try every, thing on the menu. But anyway, it's a business, and businesses, are meant to make money. That's the whole point of it, to make profit. Sometimes you have to pay to run a business, and sometimes times are tough. Last 2 years will show anybody that. But even during the last 2 years, what was prioritized? Food, right? So even though some businesses suffered, my dad wasn't wrong in 2011, 2012, thinking that everybody eats. I hope that you enjoyed my TED Talk, and thank you for coming. I finished the banana a while ago, but I was mid-rant about theft. So the bottom line is, don't steal from your employers and think that you're some genius that's never done it before, because your employer knows, by the way. And Follow me on Twitter for more fun facts about trying to run some restaurants. I got the chicken lady robot over there. I'm going to go fix her up and make her work pretty, and then I might clean the shop and work on these parts that I was trying to source yesterday. I have to order them, or I guess getting parts right now is crazy. I have some parts for pickup in Niagara Falls that I have to go get as well. I'm not an eccentric millionaire. I'll let you know when I get to millionaire status. I would say I'm halfway. I'm halfway to being a millionaire now. Whatever that means to you. Follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching the show. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.